Today I'll show you a little bit how I made that song that you just heard. It's just a demo that I made for this tutorial, but I hope you'll enjoy. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you is this right here. The first thing I took, of course, is a beat. I just snapped this off YouTube. This is how it sounds. Cool beat. I'll link it in the description, of course. Shit makes that possible, you know. And then I wrote some lyrics and some melodies behind it. This is how it sounds. Bear in mind, this is the raw recording. There's no effects on there yet, so the sound's a bit bad. But just for I'll still show you how it sounds.
Oh, forget me when you calling. Your girlfriend for rain, or you falling from grace, every single day.
Yeah, so that's basically that. The way I record, right, is I take, first of all, I take just this first recording. This is how the first recording sounds by itself.
Oh, forget me when you calling. Your girlfriend for rain, or you falling.
Then I make a second version that's just the same thing again.
Oh, forget me when you calling. Your girlfriend for rain, or you falling from grace,
And then I make a third version that just accentuates the strong parts of the song. So in this case we have forget me who you calling, your girlfriend for rain or falling, you know. And these strong parts, I only say these. This is how it sounds with the strong parts.
Forget me when you calling. Your girlfriend for rain, or you falling from grace,
I was a bit off on a few parts, but that doesn't matter because we can fix that in editing. So then I have like a second part recorded. We can check that out later. What do you do now? You simply export all of those and put them in your DAW. That's what I do. I don't record in Ableton. You could also just do that, or in any software, right? So this is what we have in our Ableton now. I'll show you how that sounds real quick. You've heard it. I'll just show you the beginning.
Forget me when you calling. Your girlfriend for rain, or you falling from grace, every single day.
So that's how it sounds. So how do you manage to make something like this? It's pretty simple. We'll start in the intro. So the intro is a bit more quiet and has some changes to the depths. This intro is just what I recorded earlier. That's a simple trick that I like to use with my recordings. I can show you that right here. This is where the song actually starts, right? Everything before that is just intro, and I repeat what I'm gonna say before that to get into the zone, get into the mood, because then I can just hit it with like so much more energy, right? And a trick with the lyrics on an Aries song, by the way, is do kind of abstract things, you know, that you wouldn't think of immediately, because that gets stuck in the head. He's like one of the people that make that the best, I think. So that's what we have right here, right? We have this little intro, and I'll get to the effects in a second. So this is the main part, right? The first main part. And we have just a few effects on here. I'm gonna go over them individually so you can like copy the settings. By the way, it's the same things regardless of which DAW you're using. So we have Autotune Access, cheapest version of Autotune. I have my Autotune return speed on medium, my Humanize for the main vocals on max. For the other vocals I have it on minimum and not on off. That's just for the reason that I like this kind of the same sound that Aries has as well. I'm pretty sure this comes very close to the settings as well. Then we have an EQ. EQs are something very important, especially if you're a beginner. You have to use EQs. Just as a reminder. So the first thing I do, this is a bit controversial, but I like to do this when I have a song with a lot of 808, right? the 808 will kind of go through the headphones into the microphone, and that will lead to a lot of blurry sound in this area, so we just cut it off, right? And then these little bumps, you may ask yourself, what is that? Why do I have that? The reason I have that is to accentuate the little frequencies. So what I do, I literally go through like this, and I see here it sounds worse, so I make that one a little more quiet. And the same thing is for this. Here it sounds a little bit better, so I turn that a bit higher. Then this thing is to make the higher frequencies a bit louder. That's what I like to do with this kind of track, where I go with a pretty low voice. Now an OTT, I think OTTs are a bit necessary in today's age, or other compressors, but I like to use this one. I always just go for the default settings and just put the depths on 30%. That's the important thing. If you want, you can get OTT for any DAW. It's free. I use the version that anyone can use, not the Ableton specific version. It's the same thing. Just use this one. It's free. I'll probably put a link in the description. If I forget, you can write a comment about it. Next we have the reverb. These are the standard settings for reverb. Nothing special. I put the witness on 18%. That should be pretty much applicable. Just take what sounds good to you. Then we have chorus. Chorus is one of my favorite effects. Even though it's widely used, I just think it's a bit underrated compared to reverb. I also put the chorus a bit higher for the intro, so this is how the intro sounds. And then it pops because it goes lower. So that's why I use this chorus little thing. Then delay. For the delay, is very important that you get your BPM right, okay, in your DAW. Otherwise it will sound bad. Check if you're the right. So you see this is always in the right spot for me, right? You can find that pretty easily by just changing that, you know. So, and by the way, in the same notes, this is super important as well. Get the keys and the scale right. Have to do that, otherwise it will sound terrible, okay? Have to find that out. Hopefully the beat maker tells you that, or you can just find it out. There's enough tutorials online how to do that. So now this delay I have on only like 8.7%, but that's enough, right? It shouldn't be too obnoxious. Basic settings aside from that. Then these doubles, I've edited a bit. You remember this stuff that I had before? I took the best parts from them and put them under there. That gives us this like strong effect, this strong pop off at the beginning, because we have all these main vocals colliding all the best parts, right? You could do that for a full song as well, then you have a fucking banger. But I made it only for this part, for this. Now this is basically that. It goes on to a second part, like after this. Pretty basic. The only things I did is make the parts that were too quiet a bit louder. Otherwise it's the same effects of this main on everything. The second main of course has the same like max on human eyes. The other one have the minimum. That's how simple it is. That's how basic it is. that's how easy you can make a track like that yourself. If you have any recommendations which kind of style to do next, hit it up in the comments. I'll definitely read it and consider it, try my best. Otherwise, if you want to check out my actual music, if you think this is already good, what is he gonna do if he actually tries? I'm gonna put a link to that in the description. Hope you like that as well, and I hope you have a good day.
Forget me when